How do you know if this is your spiritual soulmate relationship? Well, it's simple, but it's not always obvious. There are many types of soulmates. There are 6 types that we deal with, the 5 F types and the spiritual soulmate. So how can you tell if this person in your life right now is your soulmate or not? Well, the one we're talking about today is the spiritual soulmate. What's a spiritual soulmate? They're the one who shares a connection with you. It's deeper than sex, it's deeper than physical attraction, it's more exciting and rewarding than security, and it spans lifetimes. Hi, I'm Gail Marie and I've been a spiritual counsellor for over 22 years. And that's what we do. We help people to attract their spiritual soulmates. If you haven't revealed what trait your spiritual soulmate will have yet, do the quiz. There's a link below. A spiritual soulmate relationship is the pinnacle of all soulmate relationships. It has passion, attraction, respect, love, wisdom, and friendship. It's also a mutually beneficial relationship because you both grow and expand in ways that benefit not only yourself, but the relationship as a whole and a greater purpose. This is a relationship that many aspire to and very few achieve because most people aren't willing to do the work to attract this type of relationship. It blends with your purpose in life, and most people just aren't willing to get out of mediocrity to live their purpose in life. Your spiritual soulmate is the person that fits you like a glove. That doesn't mean that they're the same as you, but they complement your weaknesses and build upon your strengths. They aren't necessarily partners that do everything you want them to, and they can still have habits that are pretty annoying. In other words, they aren't perfect, but it is an empowering relationship, not just one for the long term. This relationship is one that when you come together and grow, you become powerful enough as a couple to change worlds together. In this case, 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2. The influence is exponential. 2 people standing in their own space and looking in the same direction that come together for a higher purpose. Now that's a pretty powerful combination. And there have been some historic spiritual soulmates that have done just that. History is adorned with these powerful couple combinations like Louis XV of France and Madame de Pompadour, Anne Boleyn and Henry VIII, Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, who are still going, Marie and Pierre Curie, George Putnam and Amelia Earhart, and then there are those who are famous in the US but less known worldwide, such as Richard and Mildred Loving, who achieved an historic victory in ending all race-based legal restrictions on marriage across the United States. It's a powerful place to stand. A spiritual soulmate relationship is available for everyone. It's fulfilling and uplifting and empowering, so why would you settle for anything less? One question I've been asked many times is, how can I tell if this is my soulmate or not? Well, because we're talking about spiritual soulmates today, which is the relationship that's the most powerful at the very top of the pyramid, I've put together these 5 ways to tell if they're your spiritual soulmate or not. Number 1 is a comfortable conversationalist. No matter what the conversation is, they're comfortable in it with you. They aren't threatened by you or annoyed that you're talking too much. They're gentle and respectful in their response. You both feel comfortable. So comfort is the dominant emotion here. Number 2 is you agree to disagree. You don't need to agree on everything, the same as you don't need to be right. Understanding that there is always another perspective on everything is the key to respect. And this is the dominant mood here. Respecting another's opinion, whether you agree or not. It's okay. Neither of you is afraid of going deep into a subject, and the dominant mood is respect. The third thing is friendship. They become your best friend. That means you want to hang around them. You're willing to be vulnerable and share private information that you probably don't tell anybody else about. The reason you do this is because you feel safe. Feeling safe is the dominant mood here. However, this is completely different to being controlling and obsessive or needy. That's another subject altogether. Number 4 is excitement. There is excitement to see and be with this person. It doesn't matter whether you've been apart for an hour or a day, you're excited at the prospect of being with them again, to share a meal, a conversation, some intimacy, or an engagement. They're the person you want to talk to at the party. You're excited about spending the rest of your life with this person. Excitement is the dominant mood here. And number 5 is bringing out the best. You bring out the best in each other. I know this won't always happen as we all have stuff going on, but on a whole, you think of your partner lovingly and they do you. Because you feel loving, you bring out the best in each other. And when you're not feeling great, you're aware that it's all about you, not them. You don't try and change them to make you feel good. So the dominant mood is both love and acceptance. So you can see that this is a journey. You don't begin knowing all these things. You get to work them out as you go along. But if you aren't feeling comfortable, safe, excited, loving and accepting, then it's a really good indicator that the person you need to work on before you enter a relationship is you. That's why we call it attracting a spiritual soulmate, because it's easy once you've developed those traits that you want in a soulmate. When you want to feel loved and accepted, when you want to feel safe and validated, and again, when you want to feel sure and comfortable, when you've developed a pattern of feeling excited, then you're on the track to attracting your spiritual soulmate. In the beginning, it may just be a touch that wakes you up from your soulmate slumber. I know for me, it was a hug. It wasn't a happily ever after. It was the beginning of a new journey. And it's not a perfect relationship because I'm not perfect. So you can tell if they're your spiritual soulmate if you have comfortable and compelling conversations without fighting, you're interested and respectful without having to agree on everything. Hanging out with them is really important to you because you feel good when you're around them. You get excited at the thought of being with this person no matter how long you've been together. Could be decades. And number 5, it's natural to bring out the best in each other. You deserve to attract your spiritual soulmate. So if you haven't connected with your spiritual soulmate yet, don't feel dejected because it means they're still out there looking for you. Now, there are lots of things you absolutely shouldn't do, but we'll leave that for another call. If you haven't done the quiz to find out the dominant traits of your spiritual soulmate yet, I'll leave the link below. But now, tell me, what's the one thing that's important to you in a spiritual soulmate? Just comment below.